clock ticking off the wall, but tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive.
We also have an eat-in dining room. We would have one finally.
Nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing.
Look at the little under cubby for the garbage. Did you see that?
Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Lay my troubles to rest. Blow the smoke through my cigarette.
Gonna turn the light on. I like the amount of closets there are in here.
This is my time now. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Look at the beautiful stars. I wanna drive a
It's an interesting thing for the vent.
be myself. I'm gonna be someone else.
Babe, look at the storage.
Yeah. I was talking about that. Awesome.
Skip my I'm gonna make
Okay, so it's later on and we decided to try this one place that's like really famous in Pennsylvania in general, but like look at the load of this sandwich.
We probably did this completely wrong, but I just kind of tore my box open because I wasn't sure how to
Really.
get to the
I kept mine like this and I'm not even sure how I'm gonna pick this thing up.
Jeez, there's no way.
But it has coleslaw and french fries on the sandwich on top of like everything else. Yes, I am filming you eating.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you think you're gonna be hungry after that?
Oh, maybe.
But yeah, this is our first adventure in Pennsylvania is getting food.
Wow, these bowl of fries are outside.
Is it
Those
good?
are some good fries.
They are good?
Yeah.
Okay, well we're gonna eat and then I'll kind of do like a little hotel room tour. Enjoy your food. Okay, so walking in, you have like a little, not much of it, but you have a little entranceway. And you go immediately to the little kitchenette. It's really, really dark in this hotel room, but this is the little kitchen. We have a dishwasher, obviously microwave, and a little fridge that's like 3/4 the size of a regular one. Oh, and pretty cool, we actually have like a little stove if we want it to cook. Moving forward, this is the living room where Chris is suffering, trying to eat a sandwich that I keep telling him he does not have to finish, but he is determined to eat all of that. But we have a little couch, 2 end tables on each side.
Chris does not come with a hotel room.
Although he makes a very wonderful accessory. A little desk lamp, a little smart TV on the wall, which is pretty cool. Another table, like a little dining room table. And then walking into the bedroom, obviously there's the bed, my stuff on the bed. 2 end tables on each, typical hotel room bed. Then, weirdly enough, the sink is outside the bathroom, but this is the sink area from the bathroom.
There's now Chris eating a sandwich while lying on the bed.
A little walk-in closet, like a little coat closet to hang your stuff. And then your basic run-of-the-mill bathroom, toilet, and shower. Pretty cool that they actually give you shampoo, conditioner, and the body wash all for you, so you didn't even have to bring toiletries, even though I brought them anyway, because I always do that. But yeah, that's our hotel room that we're staying in. You're still eating the sandwich. He's kind of in a food coma right now. Should have eaten that whole sandwich. I told you not to eat the whole sandwich.
What? I had to.
So it's later on now, kind of just like chilling out in the hotel room. But how would you say the first day went?
It was a pretty awesome day. We learned that traffic in Pennsylvania is
Horrible.
It's kind of like, I always thought that Jersey drivers were crazy, but
No.
Pennsylvania, like, whoa, man. People are so aggressive.
I'm so grateful you drove today, because I don't think me driving us around all day would have been a smart idea.
It was a little bit intense. Like, several
Yeah.
occasions there were people who were just casually like riding 3 feet away from my bumper at 85 miles an
Yeah,
hour.
speeding around you. Also, weren't you saying like a lot of the merge lanes were just like...
Oh man, that's crazy. Yeah, it felt like there were merge lanes and what do they call them? You know, when the lanes merge and then one lane ends or something like that. And
There was no warning, like there was no sign or
certainly
anything
didn't
saying...
feel like it. A lane would just like cut off
right there. Yeah, and you were kind of
Gotta get over.
left moving. Yeah, we're so used to New York where like you have a bit of a sign or like a warning that like the lane is going to close, and you have a little bit of leeway before you move over. That
Everybody was doing like 20 miles per hour over the speed limit, which I guess is kind of normal on the highway.
Other than that, though, I think at the place that we just got dinner, it was pretty nice and like reassuring. You want to tell the story? Because he kind of started talking to you, this man that we were talking to.
Well, probably the first guy I actually really interacted with on this trip. It was kind of funny. I literally just opened my car door and there was a dude sitting in his car right next to me, and he just goes, "Hey, how you doing?" Just completely
it was
out
an
of
older
nowhere
gentleman.
introduces himself, and he said, "Hey, you must have seen my license plate." He goes, "You from New York?" And I said, "Yeah." And he goes,
"Oh man, I'm so glad to see you got out of that, for lack of a better term, very bad place."
and I said,
Well, unfortunately, we're not out of it yet, but we're scouting and we're looking around to see some other options.
he was a really nice guy. He was telling us, oh, this is such a great area to...
It's really safe and there's a lot of things to do. He was basically encouraging us because we've had a lot of mixed opinions on where we're kind of looking to settle down once we're married and everything.
Definitely getting out of New York.
It was kind of nice to see someone encourage us to kind of take the leap into moving out over this way, because we were kind of unsure about it. We kind of came here just to kind of see the area and see if we liked it, but it was kind of nice seeing somebody who's obviously lived here for a long period of time.
Oh yeah, probably his whole life.
Yeah, encourage us to kind of follow suit and kind of just follow what we're thinking of doing. So it was nice,
heartening for sure.
Yeah, it was a
to hear
nice
somebody
moment.
say that this is a good place, and I guess we're considering the right area. So we'll see.
I have to say it was a pretty successful day, pretty low-key day. I think we have a little more adventures coming our way tomorrow.
Loved that first apartment.
It was a beautiful apartment. I fell in love with it just driving onto the lot. Yeah.
I'm gonna miss the loft for sure, but that place was nice. That
Yeah.
place is really nice.
Yeah, it felt you had like a huge sense of community driving on there. I don't know, it felt very homey just
Except for the
going
speed
there.
bumps, those sucked.
Those speed bumps were terrible. But it's something that I guess if we were to decide on that place, it would be something we'd consider for sure. But yeah, I think it was a pretty successful first day, and we are going to close out for the night, and we will see you tomorrow for more adventures.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye! Hi guys, good morning. I'm sorry if I'm a little bit low, but Chris is still kind of asleep. I'm sorry that I look kind of like a wreck, but I woke up around 8:30 this morning to go get some breakfast. This hotel doesn't have continental breakfast right now because of coronavirus going on. They're giving out like little mini lunch bags with little breakfast items in them, and I'm currently drinking some coffee to kind of wake up because I did not sleep very much last night. But today the plan is, once I'm done doing my makeup and getting ready for the day, the only thing we have set in stone is we are going to go look at another apartment, and I will insert clips of the one that we're touring as well as a video clip that I was sent from the team, because I don't think we're actually touring an actual apartment that's ready to rent. I think we're just touring a model apartment, so I will insert both. But comment down below what your guys' favorite apartment is out of the two that I show, because the two clips that I'm going to show after this are from the same apartment complex, so just let me know. I am going to just get ready, put some makeup on, kind of just make myself feel a little bit more awake and a little more alive, and then Chris and I are going to head out and go look at the apartment. I'm also going to finish eating my breakfast and try and wake him up because he's pretty tired. So we will see you guys then.
The end, don't be
I can pick you up when you're heading down. When it all just sucks, I'll be your Charlie Brown. You can make me laugh when I wanna cry. In a world of men, we're on an all-time high. Oh, 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 oh. You and I till the end, don't need to pretend.
Okay, so we just kind of finished touring the apartment. The woman was really nice though.
Yeah, she was great.
Yeah, she was probably the friendliest person that we've talked to. But I think now we're going to explore a little bit around the area. We're actually at a little park right now, and we're gonna just montage a little bit of the stuff that we're gonna go look at.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights.
Good little beat.
Little bumblebee.
We're gonna get a close-up.
Oh.
I'll never figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down.
Yeah, maybe they do like little tours and stuff.
Hey, look at this.
On this site in 1897, nothing happened. Oh, but it did.
Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground. And I really wanna know if I'll ever figure out.
Go.
First shot. I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high.
Oh my god, I'm so lucky. Should I go again, or do you want to hit yours?
For it. This is gonna take some masterful concentration. She nails it.
Chris's first shot. Oh wow, you got a good shot. What are you doing, weirdo?
That's how the pros do.
Wow, I'm already beating you. That's sad. There you go. Okay, Mr. Sore Loser, we're at hole 6. The number.
Up till now. This is the part where I stop going easy.
What we can be, life with no distractions, we'll get away. This is
Calculated.
Can you just go?
Hey, there's a nothing.
how we can miss out.
Meant to do that.
She's got to really focus on this shot if she wants to stay in the game.
4.
7. Got it. Okay, so these guys behind us are gaining. They're probably getting. So we're gonna do this one at super speed.
And so what was yours, 3?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so I figured out the real source of my problems. Look at this ball. Look how many scratches are on this ball. All right, this is unacceptable. You can't see that, but that's like at least 3 inches deep right there. Okay, So this thing is like, it's all torn up and oh man, I'm gonna go get a new ball.
Okay, this is the last hole. Christina's got to get it from all the. Oh, she already hit it. Ah!
Well, that's the end of the game.
Where did it even land?
Okay, here we go. Okay, so Christina and I figured out that we actually we completely suck at mini golf, but here are our scores. Okay, somehow we still came out ahead of the curve where I made par and Christina was just over by 1 point. So thanks for playing with us.
Hi guys, we're back. It's later on. We're back at the hotel and we've decided to compare both of the apartments that we looked at, kind of come up with a pros and cons list
Just discuss some general thoughts that we had on
about each of them. Yeah.
touring the facilities. Both the complexes that we visited, the apartments themselves were really nice. The layouts were nice. The lighting was good. They each had a balcony and plenty of storage and closet space.
So I think another pro as far as for apartment number one specifically, I like the look of the exterior, the stairs and, you know, the wide set
Oh yeah,
staircase.
the entrance to each particular apartment, it was awesome. The stairs were really wide, so moving furniture up and down and in and out, it's gonna be really
They
easy.
were really sturdy stairs too.
Yeah, very well built.
I think that's kind of a con for the second apartment. It was a shared lobby with your neighbors, and I'm not particularly a fan of indoor lobbies. You kind of feel like you're on top of your neighbors a bit too much. I like having some degree of separation. I also think one pro is its proximity to a lot of stores and shops.
The location of
Apartment number one, all you had to do was drive like 5 minutes down the road and it was a secluded area, which was really convenient.
it was directly off a highway, so it's easy to get to, but it's not a busy highway, and you only had to cross 2 lanes of traffic.
Proximity to necessities was much easier at first apartment complex than it was for the second one. An entrance at apartment complex number two, it's right off a really busy highway.
When I'm at the second entrance for the first complex.
There are 2 ways in and out of the complex.
Oh, yeah.
One way was directly off the highway, the other way was like a 9-minute detour if you go around the complex, but it was in a much more secluded area. We drove around the area for a little bit and we found everything we could possibly
Everything we-
imagine.
yeah,
Every
everything
store
we
we've
could
ever known
need,
was
yeah.
nearby, just within like 5 minutes, if that.
At the second apartment complex, there is a proximity to shops and stuff. At the second apartment complex, it's a really busy throughway, and in order to get to the shops from the exit and entrance of the second apartment complex, you have to cross 4 lanes of very, very busy throughway traffic. So that was one significant con.
No lights or anything.
No lights. It
It's
was-
and it's actually up kind of a blind hill. So
Yeah.
if you're coming in, you know, not so much of a problem, but when you're coming out, and that's the only entry and exit point. There's only one way in and out. When you're driving back down the hill toward the highway and you just exit kind of blindly onto a major highway, you know, there's an extreme amount of traffic too.
Yeah.
And then from that point, it's not like, you know, you're in a local town or anything. It's just you're in the middle of nowhere on the highway. And it was kind of crazy because from there, the highway split into like 4 or 5 different routes. And what we were talking about before with the way that the lanes tend to merge and end, and it seems very sudden.
The apartments themselves at the second complex, the layout was really nice. I mean, we're looking at 2 bedrooms. The one perk of the second complex is that you have more than 1 bathroom, and that was kind of one con, I think, of the first apartment complex. Is it's a 2 bedroom, 1 bath, so you're kind of stuck sharing that 1 bathroom with everybody. But and also the woman was really friendly at the second apartment complex. I think we had much more a personal experience, I think, at the second apartment complex than we did at the first. We even, and I'll insert a picture, but she even put my name on a whiteboard. For those who were doing tours and everything, she put all of our names on a whiteboard and she put my name on there. So it kind of felt like, I kind of felt special in a way. Like I was just going for a tour, but she kind of
Very
put my,
personalized.
yeah, she put me on a whiteboard to kind of make me feel like, oh, she cared
She
about
said,
me.
"Welcome home."
And I can say this is a pro for both of them. Separate dining rooms in each of them. you have a separate dining room in each of them, so like it makes it kind of easy. Another perk about second complex is the entryway in each apartment. You actually have a walk-in. You have a spot to like kick your shoes off and
right, the floor, yeah.
Yeah, you don't, it's not, you walk in and it's just the living room. It's not carpet when you walk in there, and I really like that.
Yeah, there's kind of a laminate tile floor. Well, whereas the first apartment it was carpet from start to finish.
Carpet.
The first location could possibly be a further proximity from our places of work. Now, another thing about the layouts of the complexes themselves, the first complex seemed like there was a lot of room to spread out. Parking lots are a lot larger, the spaces are wider, everything's
More roomy.
and a lot less cramped. In the second place, it was kind of like it was a little bit removed from the highway, but they probably didn't have a whole lot of space, so you can tell everything's really cramped together.
Yeah,
and
everything's
condensed.
just one big loop.
The parking spaces are super narrow, and navigating it's not really all that pleasant. There's
more-
a swimming pool too.
Oh yeah,
The first
that's
one
a
has swimming
huge
pool.
perk. Yeah, there's a really nice swimming pool, and there's even a hot tub there, which the second place does not have any.
There's a hot tub?
There's a hot tub.
I didn't know that. Where's the hot tub?
The hot tub's
Right next to the
off
pool?
the pool, yeah. Well, let us know down below based off of what you guys saw in the tours, what your guys' favorite apartment was. It'd be kind of nice to get an idea of what you guys would pick if you were in our situation.
You want to do a recap?
Yeah, we'll do a recap.
To list the pros and cons of complex number 1, the layout was definitely a pro. For number 1, we've also got 2 entrances to the complex, which is really nice because one will take you straight onto the highway if need be, but it's not a very busy highway. You can go anywhere from there.
And the other takes you more to like the shops and all.
Kind of into the local town.
Yeah.
You got restaurants, you got stores, the mall, whatever you want. It's also a lot more secluded, so you feel more private. The shop accessibility, everyth's right there within 5 minutes. There was a hospital,
a hospital
maybe
like
30
down
seconds
the
away.
road,
It's like
yeah,
right next
which
door.
was really nice.
The exterior lobby, the entranceway into each individual apartment was really nice. We liked the layout of the steps and how everything was built there is very sturdy. So it's also got a pool and a hot tub.
Hot tub I just learned about.
The complex itself is really roomy. There's a lot of extra parking, which is really nice if we ever wanted guests or whatever. The parking spaces are a lot wider. Some of the cons, we're only gonna have 1 bathroom, which isn't that big of a deal. The entryway and the whole apartment actually in general is completely carpeted, so there's gonna be a lot more vacuuming. So another thing is the potential proximity from my place of work. So again, that's not really known and could change at a moment's notice. So the second place, for pros, we have a screened-in porch, which is really nice.
Oh, and the outdoor closets. We didn't talk about that.
Do we have outdoor closets?
In the second place, yes.
Really?
The first place does not have outdoor closets.
I did not know that. We know that the leasing office personnel are very kind, very passionate. So we've got 2 bathrooms, which again isn't that big of a deal, but it would be pretty convenient. We've got a laminate tile entry and kitchen.
Which is really convenient.
I'm not super fond of like having large laminated areas, but it does mean less vacuuming, and vacuuming is loud and frustrating.
Well, also less risk of staining the front
Yeah,
entry
but plastic
when you walk
mats are
in.
an easy workaround. The cons for number 2 seem considerably larger scale than,
Yeah, I
than
think
for the
that,
first complex.
yeah, the other ones were kind of minor inconveniences, I think.
The entryway is really, really stressful. One way in and out. It's a little bit blind. It's straight onto a highway,
Yeah,
no
you
light.
almost
Really
passed
busy
it.
highway.
It's kind of hard to see when you're driving in as well because it's on a very awkward angle because it's on a hill. So that was a bit inconvenient, and then trying to get out of there is really hard because you have, like we said, you have to cross over like 4 lanes of traffic, of throughway traffic, just to get out of there.
The whole complex itself is a lot more cramped.
It's
Everything's
way
way
smaller.
tighter.
Yeah.
Less breathing room.
But
So you mentioned the lobby, the entrance to each apartment. You didn't really like that it was an indoor kind
Yeah,
of community lobby. Didn't
of-
feel as private.
part of me is not a fan of that because if you notice when you go into indoor lobbies at most apartment complexes, you're basically door to door with your neighbor, and I like having some degree of separation from my neighbors. I understand like in apartment complexes there's only so far you can be away, but like at least in an outdoor space you're going outside, you're not like right next to your neighbor's door.
No pool.
And no pool. Yeah,
That's the last thing. I think that sums up our list.
yeah, I think that just about sums up everything, right?
So, thanks for watching. Give us your thoughts. Maybe one seems drastically greater or lesser than the other. let us know which one you would be considering.
Yeah, let us know what you guys think based off one, seeing the apartments themselves as we were touring them, and then as we were discussing our pro and con list. Which ones you guys would choose? Would you guys choose apartment 1 or would you guys choose apartment 2? Let us know down below. Thanks, guys.
Every time we touch, I feel at home. 'Cause when we touch is when I really come alive.